Hello, my name's Kevin Wensley. I'm the National Sales Manager for Hylas Yachts here in the States. Today we're going to be having a look through the Hylas M49 Power Yacht. Now this is the first of this model to arrive here in the US, but she does come with a legacy. In the same way as the classic Down East evolution happened, the same thing happened with the M49. So she was originally built for commercial use in New Zealand and has evolved into a luxury cruising yacht. So what we have is a well-proven hull combined with the Hylas reputation, which is synonymous with attention to detail, quality build, performance, and we've put them all together to come up with a yacht that is also luxurious to live in, but is also well-proven through the water. So she's just a little over 49 feet length overall. She's 13.5 on the beam, which actually mirrors what she is in terms of air draft with the antenna mast up, that's 13.5. And she draws about 3 feet. She draws 3 feet with what I call a skeg keel. So between the props is a very small keel that goes down just a little below the prop plane. So that protects your prop if you're getting into really skinny water. Also helps a lot in terms of dampening roll and gives you a lot of directional stability when maneuvering forwards or aft. Starting here at the transom, where we're going to stow the dinghy. So we've got a number of options that are available, anything from the Freedom Lift that we have on this particular yacht, all the way through to the H2O setup, which is very minimalistic. So whatever you want to do or how you want to deal with your dinghy, we've definitely got an answer for that. So moving from the transom up into the cockpit, nice stainless steel and plexiglass gates, making sure that any smalls you have on board or pets don't get washed off the back. But the key is actually the fact that you can see through the gate means that if you're at the helm looking at the back of the boat, you can actually see where the transom is or where the dinghy is when you're parking the yacht. So as we move forwards into the cockpit area, this is where the Hylas M49 really excels over the more compact but equally capable M44. First thing to realize is there's tons of storage space. So underneath the sole here, massive compartment. Also lockers both sides. On the port quarter over here, we have a section for a pop-up barbecue or an installed barbecue. This table drops down to become a huge sun lounger. There's plenty of storage underneath both bunks. Under here in the starboard side is where we keep the generator. The generator is as far away from the sleeping quarters as we can get it. This particular owner has gone for an ice maker here. There is an option to actually have a day heads here for use when you've got plenty of guests and you're underway. And then on this side, we've got the 2 refrigeration drawers, great for day chilling, for wine and beer and stuff like that. But of course, if you're on an extended vacation, then it adds to the whole chilling environment for the yacht. And then we got plenty more storage and a serving area, which connects directly to the galley area here. So all in all, this cockpit really does lend a lot to the quality of life on board. And then as we step into the galley area, first of all, isn't this amazing? It's a full 35 feet of just one platform entertainment space. We've already popped open the window and of course the doors opened, and we have the galley aft so that if you're up here getting the chips and dips or chatting with folks, you don't lose out on being connected to the social areas of the cockpit or here in the dinette. There's a couple of things that I really want to point out, and this one always gets a big wow, which is the pantry. We'll pull the pantry out. Nice full pantry. We've got the double drawers, refrigeration to supplement what we have going on in the cockpit. And then in terms of what's going on with the freezer, you're looking for a nice big volume. We have a top loading freezer here in the corner of the galley. Other features that I think are pretty cool. One is that we're a gas LPG cooker. So if you're into cooking, it means you have a bit more finesse. And this particular cooker comes with a broiler and the oven space as well. Double sink, microwave, tons of storage. I mean, what could a chef possibly want more than this? So whilst we're here, I might as well show you what's under the hood. So this is the primary access to the engine compartment. So we have the twin 370 Yanmar diesel engines, turbo driven, direct drive, and tons of room, easy access to the strainers, the filters, the belts, dipsticks, that kind of stuff. And if you need to get to the outboard sides of the engines, you can actually get yourself around, or your engineer can get themselves, or mechanic can get themselves around to the outboard side as well. Tons of space, super dry, easy to work with. So as we move further into the main salon, then there's plenty of storage in the drawers below the seating. And one of the things that I really like about this yacht is that we've raised the dinette just enough so that even somebody sitting here gets a good view out over the bow of the boat. So often it's the situation where the driver can see what's happening on forwards, but other people can't. And let's not forget, the main reason we actually go out on these passages is to enjoy the scenery. And just check out the panoramic view we have 360 all the way around with these huge windows. It's just such fun to sit here and be underway. All right, then coming up to the helm seat. So at the helm you get a nice twin seat, so I'm just waiting for a sidekick. The electronics package is pretty comprehensive. Obviously the chart plotter, auto helm, thrusters are standard, bow and stern thrusters, and then the dual controls because we have the twin screws. So some of the things that I really like about this helm station, aside from all the electronics and engine controls, are the fact that we have this oversized window stroke door, which allows me to get very quick access out to the foredeck just in case I need to be there. The other thing that I like about this setup is not only do I get easy access to the foredeck, but I also get very easy access to what's happening up on the roof. So all in all, a great helm space. I've got everything I could possibly need to control the yacht. I got easy access to all other parts of the yacht. But anyway, let's take a look down below to see what the living accommodations are like. Okay, so down the very easily managed steps, we'll go all the way forwards to the master stateroom. We've got the Queen center line, easy access to both sides of the bunk. We've got 4 opening port lights plus the hatch overhead. So plenty of natural light, but also plenty of ventilation if that's what you want to do, if you're out of anchor in the Bahamas, somewhere like that. Then we have his and hers hanging lockers, both sides, and then lots of drawer storage underneath the bunk, and again with the same soft closed feature. All right, then moving aft just a little, here on the port side, we have the guest quarters. This can be a twin or a double. There's a centerpiece that removes. If you want it to be a triple, you can. There is a Pullman bunk that's a little up high. And then in terms of storage space, under both bunks, there's plenty of storage, plus the fitted chest of drawers means that they've got plenty of room to put their bits and pieces. Okay, so straight across from the guest quarters, we have the heads, nice big shower stall, plenty of space in there. It means you're not actually hosing down the whole of the heads when you're taking a shower. We've got the vanity, we've got the storage space behind the vanity, and of course we have the electric heads as well. And just before we go back on deck, I would like to show you what's underneath the stairs here. So this is the room under the stairs where we would normally keep Harry Potter, but actually down here we keep the water tanks for about 200 gallons of water, plus an interesting feature which allows you to switch from raw water to fresh water for the head. So if you're going on an extended passage, you don't want to use your fresh water for flushing the heads, you can actually just switch to raw water. Anyway, let's go and have a look up on deck. So as we come up onto the foredeck, clearly there's plenty of space, as you can see with the loungers. That's a little bit deceptive because the boat actually does have quite a fine entry at the stem and a good flare. What that means is we get a nice comfortable ride through choppy seas, and the spray is kept outboard of the yacht, not impeding on people in the cockpit area. Also up front, as you would expect, you have the nice Ultra anchor. Ultra being one of my favorites. It's beautiful stainless steel. I think of it as yacht bling. And then we have the access to the anchor locker, a separate section dedicated to the chain stroke rode, and then other bits and pieces they may want to stow up forwards. And then the 2 controls here for the up and down for the windlass, and they're repeated back at the helm station. So you can actually run the whole program from the helm station if you want to. So whilst we're up here, we get a good view of what's happening on top of the hot top. We've got the antenna mast. You can see that it's stabilized with stays there. So that's removable for getting under very low bridges or transporting over land. Plenty of real estate up here for your kayaks, your stand-up paddleboards, or even, why not go with some solar panels? If you want to be on the hook and have nothing running, then solar panels up here works just great. So thank you for joining me on the Hylas M49 Power Yacht. If you're a day cruiser, weekender, thinking about maybe a long vacation in the Bahamas, or even doing the loop as a cruiser, this is a yacht you should be considering. If you have questions or want more information, just reach out to us at info@hylasyachts.com. Thank you.